Hello, and welcome to a new sub-series on the show with no name. Let's talk about pop music. A lot of people really liked my top 10 list about hit songs 2013, but a few people have said that I really needed to make more episodes about pop music. So I decided that every few months I'd sit back and tell you about some of the pop music that's came out in the past 3 months or so. And this time, it's about the winter of 2014. Generally, it doesn't really seem to be going anywhere new than the pop music has just been going in 2013, but hey, I did like some of it. However, some of it wasn't very good. Well, let's look at it now. The slow downfall of Katy Perry. As someone who fell in love with Teenage Dream, Prism is a bit of a disappointment. It's honestly just kinda boring. There are 2 songs from that album I guess I'll take, but the 2 singles that just came out recently are both just awful. Let's start out with Unconditionally, or however they say it. Yeah, that is the most awkwardly phrased chorus I've ever heard in my life. Either the writers had no clue how emphasis worked, or the people who wrote the melody didn't even talk with the people who wrote the lyrics. You know, out of all of Katy Perry's songs, this is the first one I can think of that I feel is about absolutely nothing. Just a vapid, meaningless pile of anti-intelligence that just feels like it was written on a cocktail napkin in 1 minute. Now, that isn't automatically a deal-breaker. Some of my favorite songs are about absolutely nothing, but they at least brought some punch to it, or maybe did something new with it. This is just boring. I don't even know what else there's to say about this song. It is just bland, beige suck. Yes, Pompeii, the sleeper hit 2014. I actually do really like this song. I like the weird thing that sounds like Tiki singing in the background. I do like the actual symbolism that makes the title make sense. I really do like this song. But I am just not a fan of this song's music video. I mean, first off, the hair. Second of all, that hair, man. Oh my gosh. And third, the images are just kind of weak sauce. If I hear a song about Pompeii, I'm expecting like a volcano, or zombies, or a volcano that explodes zombies. This is just him running around a city full of people with black eyes that don't really seem to be hurting him, but I guess we're supposed to be scared of, and then at the end of the video he just has black eyes. If you say so, Bastille.
Say something, I'm giving up on you.
This is probably the best hit song of 2013 so far. First of all, it absolutely shocked me when I heard Christina Aguilera singing. Seriously? That soft, willowy, beautiful voice is Christina Aguilera? Usually her voice feels like someone dropped a piano on my head, but she's actually capable of subtlety. That's really weird, but this is just a beautiful song. Usually minimalist accompaniment can sound just kind of lazy, but it really does work here. I love the lyrics, I love the performance. It is just a wonderful ballad. I know every word, and it is just a great, great song. Oh, Pitbull, the man who never ceases to be incompetent. Yeah, I actually kind of guiltily enjoyed Feel This Moment from last year, and I do kind of have a less guilty pleasure for Timber. I do like Kesha's singing voice, and I do love her chorus, and thankfully, that's most of the song. Just her chorus and the harmonica, which is absolutely fine by me. Because, like, with every single Pitbull song ever, including Feel This Moment, the instant he starts talking, any enthusiasm I ever had for this song gets instantly obliterated. It's kind of funny. It's like, I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Okay, what's on the next channel? It's kind of amazing. Pitbull should just, like, make his verses as short as possible so we can get to the actual good parts of this song.
I wanna be free. I wanna just live inside my Cadillac. That is my shit. Now throw it up. That's what it is.
White Walls, I would actually say, is a pretty solid song. However, I would like to point out that The Heist so far has proven that it's a little bit more than an average rap album. But one of his singles, the ones that he chose to represent the entire album, is just kind of a generic rap song about bragging about his car. Yeah, I'm gonna get right down to it. This song is basically just him bragging about his Cadillac. I mean, well, okay. I do like the way it sounds, though. However, I would like to point out that it sounds like Ryan Lewis put more effort into the production of White Walls than he did in Same Love. That's just a little sad.
Talk dirty to me.
Talk Dirty is one of the few songs I feel is wrong on every single level possible. Jason Derulo has been a talentless hack since day one. Don't get me wrong, but I actually did kind of like Other Side, so I tried to give this song a chance, but crap. Everything about this song is the explanation as to why Jason Derulo was an absolutely terrible, terrible idea. The putrid lyrics, the awful, charmless performance, and I can't even fall back on the production. It's terrible. They did something in post-production to that saxophone that makes it sound like a double-reeded saxophone. Is that even possible? I mean, you know you're in a terrible, terrible place when the very best part about your song is the verse by 2 Chainz. I just don't see why we need this guy around. Why do we need another Chris Brown? We can't even tolerate the one that we have.
Katy Perry, Juicy J. Let's raise.
Dark Horse is an absolutely atrocious song. By far the worst song on Prism. I just find it hilarious that on an album that's as middle of the road as Prism is, they chose to take the only 2 bad songs from it and make them both singles. But anyway, Dark Horse. Dark Horse is very, very clearly trying to be E.T. But here's the thing. E.T. had a pulse. And, you know, the whole thing about her being scared about a new man because he seems different and unpredictable, that makes sense, because Katy Perry is actually pretty good at sounding vulnerable. But seriously, this time Katy Perry's the one that you should be afraid of? That is hilarious. Really, it is. That's just adorable, really. And Juicy J's verse, I don't like Juicy J at all. He doesn't even do anything worth getting mad at in the song. Also, I'm not sure that Katy Perry knows what Dark Horse actually means. Dark Horse means underdog, and nothing about this song ever indicates that she thinks that she's an underdog. I mean, if you want to make it look like something dark and mysterious and harmful, use something that doesn't already have an established slang meaning. Thank you very much. Okay, so far from this album, we've seen Bruno Mars do The Police, Billy Joel, Earth, Wind & Fire, and Prince. Who's he doing now? Journey? Am I the only one hearing that? Is that just me? You know, as someone who actually did do a review of Unorthodox Jukebox, an album that, honestly, is a bit of a mess, I just cannot believe that we're 5 singles in, and they have not released not only the best song on the album, but the least derivative song on that album, Natalie, as a single. I mean, really? You're passing off a golden opportunity to make Bruno Mars not look stupid. And you released a song that basically was album filler as a single? I will never get the music industry. Honestly, I won't. Okay, I will say that Talk Dirty is probably worse, but I think that Do What You Want by Lady Gaga featuring R. Kelly is an absolutely reprehensible track. This is basically the female Blurred Lines. Throughout Blurred Lines, Robin Thicke is talking to some woman, and I feel like this is how he imagines that she would respond. And it's kind of insulting in that way. It has one of the very worst choruses in recent memory. No, I'm completely serious about that. I have heard people say that it's not really about sex, it's about whatever, the press or something, but I do have reasonable doubt. First of all, the chorus is literally her saying, "Do what you want with my body." I guess I could take "do what you want with me" another way in another context, but any way you could possibly take "do what you want with my body" another way would be really, really contrived. Second of all, if she didn't want it to be sexual, she wouldn't have included both a female and a male voice. And third, most importantly, if she didn't want it to be about sex, she wouldn't have included R. Kelly on the track. Oh man. I like Born This Way. What are you doing, Lady Gaga?
When the lights turn it down, they don't know what they heard. Shut the marsh, play it loud.
You know, Lights really did grow on me after a while. I originally thought it was just okay, but the more I listened to it, the more I liked it. It is just an excellent track. And so is Burn. I didn't think she was gonna get another hit over here in the States off her album Halcyon, but she has. And Burn is an excellent song, probably her best. One thing I really love about Ellie Goulding, besides how totally hot she is that she never sounds like she's trying too hard. She's like a master of restraint and subtlety and nuance. I mean, like, I do love my belters, I really do, but there is something to be said for someone who can tone it down and still sound awesome.
Well, now they know. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore.
I thought there was absolutely no way this song would actually be a charting hit, but it has, and it is glorious. Just like Frozen is the best Disney movie in decades, Let It Go is the best song in decades. Not only are the lyrics good, it actually does go hand in hand with the movie. You can't really imagine one without the other. And also, being sung by Idina Menzel, one of the best female vocalists of the past 15 years, certainly doesn't hurt matters. Let It Go is just an amazing track. The vocals, the lyrics, the production, it all fits together wonderfully. Say Something is probably the only pop song so far this year that I would say is better, but man do I love this one. And I hope that it actually does get a little bit higher than number 18, or whatever it's at now. Alright, that was the pop music of the winter of 2014. So far, I actually do think it's taking a bit of a downhill slide from 2013, but it's not much, and there's always room for improvement, but there are some good songs. See you next time.